Hey everybody, long time no talk. Today I'm going to be talking about how to do some basic academic research. Since for paper 3, you've got to include some sources that you find on your own. So far in the class, I've provided all the readings and you've had to incorporate them into your papers. Unit 2, you did have the option of including at least one of your own sources, or actually more. You had to do at least 2 from my provided readings. But today, you're going to see how to find your own and doing that without just Googling stuff. I'm going to try to keep this relatively quick, but as always, feel free to speed up the video as long as you can understand me, make my voice as squeaky as you want. So first thing we do with any paper is look at the actual assignment sheet. I'm not going to read through this with you. I'm just going to point out the idea that you need 5 properly cited sources with a minimum of 2 from school databases. Minimum of 2 means you need 2 at least. If you want to use more from school databases, great. If you don't, use at least 3 of the ones I provide and then at least 2 from school databases. So it's up to you how you do that. Nothing else has changed. All the other rules are the same except the length has gone up because each paper we've seen the length goes up just a little bit, and so do the required sources. All right, without further ado, so we're going to go to a web browser, and there's going to be 2 ways to get to library databases. First, we can go to the home page. We can go to menu. This one takes a lot more clicks. We can go to academics, support for students. We scroll down to library. Then you're on our wonderful library webpage. There are a lot of resources here, but again, I'm not going to show you all of them. Go to research guides, citation guides if you have trouble with citations, but databases is what we're looking for. Once you find school databases, this is the list. A database is a gathering of information. So that's where you're going to be looking for articles about your topic, which is happiness, and then whatever issue you decide to explore within happiness. These are all hit or miss. It's a series of different databases. You might find different articles in different ones. I prefer EBSCO, so you might try EBSCO. And the simplest search, most basic search, would be you're probably going to start with something like happiness. It's got 2 P's. Whoops. Happiness. And you'll notice that it fills in other things for you: happiness, well being, life satisfaction, health, happiness and money. I'm just going to click on happiness and money. And then I'm going to search. And here's a whole bunch of articles. You're going to go through the reading process, which is you're going to skim. Here we can skim by just reading titles and decide if this is even worth our time. I didn't even skim that one. I'm just clicking on one to show you. What's nice about these is there's an abstract. Abstract is a really fancy word for summary. So that's maybe the title looked good enough for me to click on it. Then I'm going to read the abstract and I say, nope, this doesn't look like what I want. Or, yeah, let me go through and actually read this. Another nice thing about school databases, the citations are a lot more complicated when you're using databases, since you're not just citing stuff I posted on Blackboard, but at the click of a button, you can find a copy and paste. So we're looking for MLA, and then copy, paste that into my works cited page, and I don't have to figure out how to put all of this stuff into the right order myself. It's got the volume, the title of the article, the title of the journal, and all wonderful things. So that's EBSCO. Other helpful databases for this one might be, let's see, I don't know, maybe you want to explore health and wellness database, a couple of those. Maybe you want to do something with psychology, that might work. And where's the other one that might work? I'm looking for opposing, there it is, Gale and Context, opposing viewpoints. So any of these databases work. Part of doing research is to search, and the prefix re means again, so to search again and again and again. Hopefully you get beyond the simple search of, I don't know why I keep doing happiness, and it gives you these, but I might do happiness, or maybe I think of money and happiness, or maybe I came across the idea of meditation or personal values or other such things that come up in the readings. So you're going to be doing that. The other, don't know what I just clicked on there. Hopefully that didn't mess things up. The other way to get into the school databases and some other library stuff, go to my cabinet, I'm going to log in. There's my number, there's my password. No matter how many times I click that, it shows it every damn time. All right, so here's where I go to Blackboard and do my coursework and email down there. I'm going to go over here to my library info. I'm going to click on Middlesex because that's the only library I have access to as a Middlesex teacher, or in your case, student. And then I can use other library things here. I can evaluate sources, I can do MLA citation, but again, you're probably going to spend your time, at least for this class, in find articles. And I can pick different databases, general databases. What I like about this one is it has newspapers where I did not see, there were newspapers in the other one, but this one, it'll bring you to a lot of the same stuff. It's just you get the drop down menu instead of the menu like this. So whatever seems easier for you. There was a way to search for all, oh, there it is, all U.S. major dailies, so that you can search all papers, all newspapers at once instead of just the New York Times, just the Hartford Courant or whatever. Chronicle of Higher Ed is good. So anyway, you're going to pick your databases and do some searches. That is how simple the research process is. I don't want you just going to Google, because in this class I'm supposed to teach you how to do some academic research. This is the most basic. You'll get into scholarly research and more in-depth research when you take English 200 Advanced Composition, which is actually a great course, despite it sounding kind of scary with the idea of advanced composition. So I think that about covers it. I kept this, like I said, pretty quick. This is about 6 minutes. God knows I'll probably ramble on for another minute. Works cited pages don't change. You do works cited, you alphabetize your sources, and how you incorporate articles into your paper doesn't change. You do the in-text citation, use signal phrases, mention the author in the title, or if there is no author, mention the title and just use the author of blah, blah, blah. And you're going to build your paragraphs around your research. A good paragraph should have evidence. The evidence comes from the readings, and your readings are in Blackboard and from these databases. So I will stop rambling. That covers it. If you have any questions, as always, post them on the course questions discussion board. Otherwise, get to reading, get to researching, get to the writing process, brainstorming, outlining, drafting, all that fun stuff. And then you are nearly done with the class. Congratulations. Happy writing.